Okay, my friends, we are back for some more story about Mittens the cat. And I understand you guys have really been enjoying this book. I have too. I always enjoy reading this book. So we're going to see what adventures Mittens has today. Remember, this is a book by Jeanette Oak. Jeanette Oak is the author of the book. It's called The Prodigal Cat. Nancy Munger is the lady who illustrated it. She drew the pictures, and it's published by Bethany House Publishers. So we're going to pick up with chapter 7. Remember, yesterday she was having a problem with Taffy. Remember the puppy dog Taffy when she came to Dorothy's house, and oh my soul, you know what? Think about that for a minute. What would you feel like if you were a cat and you went to this strange house, this brand new house, and all of a sudden a puppy dog starts chasing you? I believe I would be a little bit scared. Well, let's find out what happens today. Chapter 7. Mittens soon learned to avoid Taffy. She spent a good deal of her time under the dresser in Dorothy's room. Dorothy would shut the door so the dog couldn't get in, and that left Mittens free to roam about the room. A litter box was kept in the room, as well as one dish of water and one of food. Except for being bored, Mittens was quite comfortable there. Mittens grew and added weight to her slim frame. She was sleek and pretty, and friends of Dorothy's often fussed over her. Mittens grew proud. She strutted about the house, letting her arrogance show. Now, what that means, she grew proud. She started thinking, well, I am a pretty kitten. Look at all my pretty golden fur. And you know what? All of Dorothy's friends just really think I'm really something too. And so she just trotted around thinking she was something special. And as the weeks went by, Mittens grew to love herself more than anything else. Now, what's our Bible verse say this week? Who should we love? Who should we love? Our neighbor as ourselves. Mittens loved herself more than anything else. She spent most of her time bathing so she would look good. And she made a point to let others know that nothing was too good for her. Nothing. If she didn't like the food offered her, Mittens would sniff it, then walk away. If someone was petting her far the wrong way, she would toss her head and just stalk off. And if the house became too drafty, Mittens let everyone know by sleeping where she wasn't supposed to, like on the good sofa. Well, the summer turned to fall, and Dorothy walked out the door each morning for school. Mittens missed Dorothy, but she would never act like she did. She soon got used to being alone. What did she need Dorothy for after all? Oh, my goodness. Chapter 8. Mittens discovered that there were ways to get to Taffy and to get him into a great deal of trouble. And whenever Taffy came around, even if he ignored her, Mittens would bound to the top of the tallest piece of furniture in the room. Then, you're not going to believe this, she would brush heavily against something, trying to make it fall to the floor. It almost always worked. And Taffy almost always was blamed and sent to the backyard. Poor Taffy. Mittens didn't care for the backyard. She didn't like to get her pretty fur dirty. She didn't like the feel of cold. And she absolutely hated rain. The sun was nice, but she could feel it just fine through the window. She often watched in horror as Taffy rolled around in puddles and dirt. Why would he dirty himself like that? And the digging and eating grass? Oh, what was so great about that? Mittens laid her head on her paws and sneered. I'm too good for that, she thought. Dorothy and her family are lucky to have an animal like me around, not just that silly old dog. Mittens spent her days primping and fussing, sleeping and teasing. But in spite of her bad attitude, Dorothy still loved her. Oh my goodness, it sounds to me like Mittens is getting a bit spoiled, doesn't it? Yes, she was taken to that animal shelter, and then a good family adopted her and bring her home. And oh my goodness, she's not thankful. She's ungrateful and getting a bit spoiled. And my goodness, and what she's doing to Taffy. Poor Taffy. She's just trying to find ways to get him in trouble. That's a naughty kitty cat for sure. We'll tune in tomorrow, and we will find out what happens next with Mittens the cat. Okay, bye.